everyone, welcome back to Still Here podcast. My name is Precious Ochiagha, and oh my god, I love this conversation. I'm not even just because I'm the host, but I genuinely love the conversations that we have here. We help you to stay mentally aware, emotionally strong, and spiritually grounded. That thing that you are dealing with that makes you think you are strange or you are crazy, you're actually not crazy. There's actually a meaningful and medical explanation to what you're going through, and it can be solved. Yes, there is hope. Yes, it can be treated. And no, you are not the only one that is going through it. And that's why I still here we get people that look like me and look like you to talk about these issues holistically. So please, to do so, to keep us in this, we need you to just do us a favor by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, turn on post notification, and when you watch, please drop a comment, share, like, and do all of that. You can also find us on Instagram and on TikTok. There you get to stay in the loop and you know ahead of time before an episode drops, and you get to see other behind the scenes clips and content from our recording. It is sh.podcast with a double T. So going into our session today. Today our guest is she's amazing. A very, very beautiful and pretty woman, actually, if I might say so myself. She is a bag maker. She is a bag maker. She's blessed with seven beautiful children. 7. She is a grandmom. Currently 3 grandchildren and still counting. And she's a lover of God, lover of His word. She's passionate about the things of God. She loves people standing by the word of truth. And she was widowed 10 years ago in 2016, May 5th. So help me make welcome my beautiful mommy. We call her Mommy Nnaji. How you doing, Ma, today?
Fine.
Ma, you look so beautiful. Like, who would know that you're a grandma? Like, so Ma, I know that you're somebody that stands deep on the word of God. But having 7 children and then losing your husband, it's been 10 years. How's this year been for you?
I don't know. People always ask me that, how do I cope? How do I manage? I really can't say whether it's been very difficult, because all my life I've always depended on God for everything. He's been the one doing everything, so I don't see any difference. As even when my husband was alive, sometimes we jokingly say, the two they do for me, no you they do, and God they do. Do you understand? So as an Igbo man, he likes to pride himself, and I made it. I said, I beg, now God they do. Over time we used to joke about things like that. So when that thing happened, my dependence has always been on God. So it wasn't really different per se. Though I used to feel the financial way too, I will not lie, but it did not. It wasn't like a do or die affair. So it wasn't like a do or die affair.
Let's take it back a little bit before we talk about the loss of your husband. Tell us what woman were you before that season? Like, what did life look like for you and your family before the loss?
It was normal. Like, I don't know. I used to tell people that maybe you will make me go back to the book I have been writing in my head. I used to have them in different like excerpts. When the urge comes like that, I used to write some things. And there was one day somebody came to the house and said, Sister Nnaji, let me help you compile all your books. I said, they are scattered in many places. You cannot help me. Like I always say that my life is an interesting one. Interesting in the sense that I didn't plan to get married as at when I got married. It's like I find myself in marriage. Yes. When I was in Akure, there was somebody that was saying something one day. I said, I never dated, I never caught. I just found myself in marriage. And when I found myself in marriage, believe you, I'm telling you truth too. Thank God I knew God. Do you understand? So I went through a lot of, call it storm, call it challenge, call it threat, call it anything in this marriage. When my husband was alive and even after he had gone, I had faced a lot of things that, if not for God, hey, that's why. But I don't like saying some things not to discourage people from getting married. You understand? I used to say that marriage is sweet, or it's good, but it's with the right partner. That's when you find the right partner. When I say right partner, it doesn't mean that my husband wasn't right. Do you understand? Okay. Right in the sense that you are in marriage and you have somebody agreeing with you. You have somebody praying with you, agreeing with you on something, not that you are believing God for something and another person is doing another thing. That makes it difficult. So that was the situation I found myself in. It was really difficult that time. It got to a stage I decided to face my life. Do you understand? Even today, I've written something. I sent it to my daughter. She was just shaking her head. I said, it's true that in this life, everybody may not agree with you, but find one good purpose why you must live. Do you understand? I used to encourage myself with this scripture. The Bible says that it said Jesus endured the cross because of the glory that was set ahead. Because of that glory, he endured the cross, meaning because of the glory that I have seen God promise me. It doesn't matter what the enemy throws at me or me, I will endure. Do you understand? So, and I've heard lots of messages, lots of, words. I've read a lot of books that have, grounded my faith. So that has made me to.
When you say you found yourself in marriage, how does one find themselves in marriage?
And that's why I said the story.
About the story, we want to hear, because one thing I've noticed about Africa is that, especially Nigeria, I don't know if it happens in other African countries, we like to conceal the not so good parts. We talk about the good part, but a lot of us are going through that not so good part, and everybody feels like they're the only one going through it. So the purpose of this conversation is to help people know that it's not only you, and then if somebody else has gone through it and come out, I can identify with your pain and let you know that I can. Like, you can see me as a mirror of possibility, that I went through what you went through and I can come out of it. But then people really need to know that you actually understand what I'm saying. So that's why it looks like I'm asking for more in-depth on the story. And if you don't mind sharing a bit of that with us.
He came to visit, came to actually see my father. I was in the parlor and he said I should escort. He came with one of our dancers. He said I should escort him to a restaurant, of which is a normal thing. From restaurant one day, he came visiting. He said, I should come and escort him. He wants to look for a house. He came from Lagos. He wants to look for a house in Warri to rent. So and I was just showing him, before you know it, that was how he landed in a Pango Limited. The rest is history. Before I knew it, 1, 2, 3, 4 children just landed like that in 4 years. And then after close to like 11 years, 11, 12 years, Peace and Favor now came. That's twins. 4 years after, Emmanuel. Before you know, my quiver was full.
So I'm lost.
Yes.
He came to see you. He came to see your townsman.
My father.
Your father. And then you were seeing him off.
I was in the parlor. They met me in the parlor.
Okay.
So they asked me to show them where they will eat.
Yeah.
They came from a far distance now, where they will eat. So I took them to a restaurant.
Yeah.
After that, he came again. So I should escort him to look for.
Okay. You wanted to get an apartment.
Yes. So that was. So I didn't know he has another plan in the head. Me, I was following him innocently, and that innocently. Story. Innocently, I just followed like that. Innocently, he just did whatever I want to do, and that's how I saw. And there was nobody I could cry to. Nobody to tell, not even my mother, because then those relationship with parents was not like this, that you have conversation with your children and you tell this person that even when I didn't know I was pregnant, that I vomited. My father wanted to send me to First Bank to go and claim money for him, and they said, I was vomiting. So he said it's malaria, because nobody would believe that me is not me. So do you understand?
When he took you to the hotel, he took advantage of you. You went back home to your parents. So at what point did he now come to marry you?
When I didn't see my period, I got to tell him, and he didn't. Then he even wrote a letter to my father that he was responsible and he was going to take care of me, that he wouldn't stop my schooling and everything. I was working with Eastern Enterprises then. Do you understand? When we finished secondary school, I have this Lebanese friend that the father had a company near Shell, Ogono Road. They were subsidiary contractors to Shell. So they employed me. I was working as account clerk then, and I was going to jam lesson at the same time going to work. I wanted to go to, this desire to go to school, and every eye was on me because I knew what I wanted. Are you getting it down? Somebody just came to you, just found yourself in. Do you understand? And my parents, you cannot talk of abortion. It's not in their agenda. You don't get belay, you go born. And thank God he didn't say no. Do you understand? Sometimes when I look at my children, especially the first one, I say, I thank God, say I know about you. Do you understand? The way that girl turned out, and every one of them is just like a great compensation. So
when he came and then he got married, and you guys got married and moved in, had a child, how was it like being married? Like, I mean, you could see somebody that took advantage of you over and over again, and you have 7 children, so he kept touching you over. How was that?
Over time, I think I grew to like him because he was taking care of his responsibility. Yes.
So it wasn't just accept. You just had to accept the situation.
Like, it don't happen. What do you want? Do you understand? But you are just there. But it didn't make him good though. Like, he was taking care of his responsibilities, but that doesn't mean he was good. Good in the sense that he wasn't faithful.
He was still cheating.
Hey, is it only the cheating part? Sometimes when I look at my children, if I see that one trait in one of them, there's one I saw that trait, I followed him up like there's no tomorrow. I say, do you want to end up like this? Sometimes I tell my children the story of their father. I let them see the consequences of living this kind of life, because it's something that I even use it to. If I'm privileged to witness, like evangelize, I tell people, don't live this kind of life. You can just see the repercussion openly. That if you live, see, it even helped me to make right choice. Like I told myself, I said, if you are married and your husband is not the right partner, don't lose the sense of heaven. Because heaven is real, and do everything in your power to get to that heaven. Because life is in. Thank God for Mama Dejimo's church. But I was in that church for like 4 years. Yes, I was in every message made meaning. Every program made meaning. I don't skip church. I don't skip program. It's like I was living my life. I was hooked up
to God by his neck.
As in, and I've seen God fulfill all his promises. Do you know 2010? Somebody called me. And funny enough, I know her father. And what she told me, I screamed that day in the palace. I said, Jesus, what Ernest did to me, did it for this girl. The father was carrying my husband. The father was like my husband's in those days we say his driver. If he needs him to carry him to Lagos, if he cannot drive, you carry him to Lagos anywhere he goes. Even sometimes if he needs him to carry things, sometimes I can buy food stuff and send to my mother-in-law. It's the one he can send. If he wants to, he was into exports. So sometimes they can go into Ondo State. I used to follow him sometimes to Edo State to get cocoa. So he also did that thing he did to me, to this girl, and the girl had a child from him. So 2010, the girl now wanted the child to know my husband. When she mentioned her name, mentioned her father's name, I said, no wonder. There was one day I was going to drop my children in school in Warri, and the father was pursuing my car with speed. I was trying to locate my house. I said, what is happening? If it was like this now, this kidnapping time, I would have said maybe the man wants to kidnap. By the time I stopped, he said, how shall I wear up? Because he spoke my language. I said, my husband is not around. I said, no, that I didn't know. And they were keeping it till 2010. 2010. The guy. And when we saw the picture of that boy, even exactly like if that boy is walking on the road, you would think it's my husband. Do you know my son was in church in Enugu, and the boy was on another side. He didn't need anybody to tell him that that's his brother. That's your brother. Oh, your son. Yeah, because he looks exactly like the father. He too recognized him. Sir, you must be Nnaji. Say yes, sir. They just. I really indulge and ask that you help us let the story be told. I think your children would also want you to be free from it, the emotional. So that 2010, I sat down like this in parlor. And this was before he died. No, he died 2016. Now this is 2010. So did you confront him? I was the one that told him the story. He first denied. I don't know anybody like. This time I'm already used to the lies and everything. So I said, Enesco. There was one time I used to say, distributor of children. Oh God, this story no sweet as in my pastor. The pastor that brought me to Calvary, I'm still following him, Pastor Aki. He looked at me and he said, Mama, you are strong. You mean you saw this message and you did not cry? I said, Pastor, will I kill myself? Do you understand? So when she told me that the boy wants to know his siblings, I said, Isaac didn't need to liaise with Ishmael before he live his life. So your child does not need my children to live his life. And let me warn you, I even spoke with her candidly from a pure heart. I said, this one boy that you have, please raise him up in the way of God. Train him to love God, to know God, to fear God. Don't let him parley with people that will not jeopardize his destiny in the name of family, because the Bible says a man's own enemy are members of his own household. I say, you don't know where you are trying to put yourself in. We that are inside down, we want to come out too. Because my eyes open to a lot of things, as in.
So going back to what was your relationship with him like? What was he treating you in the marriage? Was he caring? Was he attentive?
I have a book in the house, Alone in Marriage. When I finished reading that book, I also shared it with a friend of mine. That one cried. She said she wants to photocopy it because it's not in the shelf. I said, did this man see my life before writing this book? No, you will say you are in marriage, but you are not in marriage. You are not married. Funny enough, when my husband died, there was one day I was crying. One of my sons said, which one you did cry? You never be widow since before you don't come be widow. Are you getting it? He said, which one you did cry? Nana he died. You don't be widow since before you. So I don't like telling people, so it do not look as if I'm rejoicing that he died. No. When he died, the truth is when he died, that first moment I heard it, It's as if something left
Left
me
you, like a
literally,
relief.
like the thing passed through my head. Vroom. I'm telling you what I experienced. I cried that night. My cry was, Ene, so you didn't come out of this. I wanted you to be healed. Come back to the house. Let me tell you that Shebi, you see the result of all your pew.
So he left
2014, February 1st was the last time he came to the house. He left after his birthday on the 4th. My birthday was 1st of February. Incidentally, everybody was, the 7 children plus himself was complete. So he left on the 5th after his birthday.
Where did he leave to? Did he tell you? He
Stays
just went.
Another family is in Abuja. With carbon copy of my twins. You see, you know my Peace and
Yes.
Favor. There's a carbon copy of Peace. There's a carbon copy of Favor in Abuja. He had another twins with another woman. The carbon copy. If you see that, when Favor saw the picture, Favor said, "It is my picture." I said, "No, it's your brother. It's your brother."
So he left.
June 1st, let me get the year. June 1st, me and Joy, my second daughter, we were praying, we were fasting that day. My phone rang. I picked the call. I just said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, daddy." I said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." I said, "Joy, come home." Somebody. I think I was the one that called. The child picked. Said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, daddy." So only for my husband to go, so he said, I said, "Let's go." One shaking the corner. No, his phone was, he can lie more than devil. Oh. Jesus. I said, no, that aspect of my husband. Sorry, I'm talking about him in this light.
It's your experience.
I wish that my book,
we need that book.
God will help me to write it.
You know that you talked about Alone with God. Look like somebody read your story. Do you know that somebody has the same story and probably smaller or worse, and then that person will need that your story to come out of their own? Because what do you mean?
I said, "Let's go." He said, one day I was in church. This was 2018. I was in church. We're having a program in Redeemed Church, this D3 Road. A woman now called me. He said, "Madam, are you Nnaji?" I said, "Yes." "Do you know," if she was counting all my children, "Do you know Jennifer? Do you know this person?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Who are you?" Hey, apparently is the girlfriend. So she was shocked to know that. I said, "Are you one of his victims?" Me, I was answering her. I said, "Are you one of his victims?" "So sorry, his quiver is so full, I don't know where you want to choke your own." I was just...
So even after his death, you still kept finding women and children.
The dreams I dream. You know, sometimes if I tell you the names my children call me, it will amaze you. I will dream. I will tell my children, I said, the day that he could die, women will just come with different children.
And that's exactly what happened.
I saw the dream. I dreamt it. That women will come with different children. So when he came to the house that February 20, I said, "Let's go distribute of children." I said, "I mean distribute pass."
So was he sick?
Yes, he had prostate cancer.
Prostate. The irony of having prostate cancer. I want to come back to you now. Did you feel like your future was stolen away from you at any point?
You know, my pain was all the things I wanted to do. He never, ever supported me in anyone. In fact, he would tell me to my face, "I don't marry you to make money." I said, When I was teaching, after I had the twins, I didn't like the way life was going. I said, let me pick up teaching because I had NC. I wanted to go back to school. For where? You for no raise leg up if to say you want to go to school. I said, Jesus. If I call my husband on phone sometimes, "Hey, hello, what did they happen? What did they scratch you?" When they say emotional, now as I come Calvary, now they hear messages there. Emotional turmoil. I say, Rose, God don't help you. Like when you say building capacity, it made me. I only had passion. You see this bag? I've been doing bags since 1994. But no single encouragement from him. When I say encouragement, hey, better you go learn how to sew cloth. Who they buy bag? How many people they buy bag? Something that I discovered myself to do that. Like, do you understand? You will not even appreciate the fact that somebody even saw my bag and want to buy it. If I tell you how I came about making a bag, nobody taught me from anywhere. There's this paper bag he brought from Singapore with eyelet and rope. You know, when you are going to church now, you have this handbag. Bible cannot enter, jotter cannot enter. And me and the type that writes. Have you been under Mama Dejimo's teaching? You will write everything, right? Here she's talking. So I must carry jotter to school. I looked at that bag one day. I said, let me do something that I can. That's how I went to Arakale market, bought this off for free, made a fine bag, did a plique, nobody touched me after that. And a lady saw that bag in church. She said, Sister Nnaji, how much be this your bag? I said, I know they sell her my makeup. My husband said, well, sell her for him if you won't buy her. That's how I sold it, 350 naira. I was happy. I said, so people come. That was how I started making bag. Do you understand? So, there is no single encouragement from when we came to Lagos, I wanted to teach. Somebody wanted to get me teaching employment. For where? I know marry you, come on. Every small thing. Who you will leave these children for? Just children that are already grown. Before I had the twins and everything. No encouragement, nothing.
So to wrap up, what was life after his death? What did life start to look like for you?
I will not lie.
Especially with raising the children.
After the children, God has raised them by himself. God has helped them. I already had 4 grown-up ones. So it's still these 3 in school. So the 3 of them were still in the university. Then only the first child had finished. She was doing youth service. Do you understand? So Jennifer was a great help, as in, I call her mother. Sometimes I used to tell her that, you know, so you get sense past me, because she actually have sense more than me. It's true. A lot of times when it will look as if I want to scatter, I say, Mommy, can't do you? The way she advises me, the way she encourages me, and all of them are very encouraging. Like, they can manage with me whatever I have. I am very open to them. They know my account. They know what I have. So if I don't have it, they cannot demand for it. Are you getting? They are very encouraging, very encouraging. So thank God for good church. God helped me. All my life I've been in good churches, from Agape Christian Assembly to Winners, to Redeem, now to Calvary. I've not been a victim of bad church. So over the years, the messages have helped me, and I've known for a long time that better live for yourself, live for your children. Do you understand? The one way won't spoil, make him spoil, but you don't try. Are you getting it? We can't change anybody now. You try to preach, they labeled you. So what will you do? So I just made up my mind that I want to live my life, and I want to live it to the fullest. Even it doesn't matter how many years remain. I want to enjoy my life. Yes, I want to enjoy my life.
And you are enjoying. It's showing that you are enjoying.
You mean it? I won't do rehearsal. I won't do like you small. Never start.
Oh my God, that you would definitely enjoy life. Do you think that your relationship with God became solid because you didn't have any other person to talk to while all this was going on?
Yes, it helped me a great deal, because I'm this kind of person. Instead of me to come and tell you my problem that you used to laugh me, I would rather go to the bookstore and buy a book. And I always find a book for that moment. That's why I have a huge library. If you come to my house, my books, hey, I have some in box, I have some in where clothes we stay, is books that are there. I have book. So all throughout those times, I just used to read, and I get what I want. And it helped my life. My son told me one day, Mommy, throw this book. Even my daughters, I don't throw them away. Throw this book away. They are cockroach food. I say it's a lie. Put camphor. There's no cockroach. They helped me, because I know that I would have gotten BP, but
God has
I have
sustained
books
you.
that if I'm just reading it, I can just be laughing, and I like laughing. So if you make me sad, I go away from you. I don't come near you at all.
Wow, so finally, too, because your story is, what would you say to a young girl who is locked in a marriage like this, a marriage that she did not plan, a marriage she didn't want, and feels like, because you said that you were crying, enduring a lot, that feels like it's all over. What would you say to her? That's his name, that girl I just looked in.
Hey, my dear, find God. If God has not found you, find Him. Because in God you have everything. I tell you. The Bible even says that, say, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Indeed, God is good. Find that one purpose that you can pour your life into and let God be in it. If God is for you, nobody can be against you, honestly. And God is a good husband. He's a faithful husband. He's a good one. Just be faithful to Him and He will settle you.
So now, this question just came to my head. I know I'm supposed to wrap up. Knowing all that you know now, do you think you should have left at some point? Left the marriage?
I'm glad I didn't leave.
Why?
Because of my children. Yes. My mother used to tell me in those days, no, my mother had 5 girls. She also had her own issues in marriage, and she would tell us, let me interpret. She said if she leaves the marriage, nobody will marry us because we are only girls. Do you understand? There's a way society look at a woman that is either divorced. Do you understand? I'm not saying now die inside though.
But now you tell someone to
yes, I won't still. It's left for let God lead you. If you are not facing this physical battering and you have children that can occupy you, like I see it like another purpose of life, raising them up for God, leading them in the way of God, and you have something giving you your money, you find your fulfillment in God. Except you have another reason, then you can. But I won't tell you leave. Let God lead you.
Wow. Yes. This is still here again, where we let you know that your story is not over, and there are other people that have been through what you're going through and come out, and there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel. And for whatsoever reason, if you've had to deal with sexual abuse, emotional abuse, it's very hard. It's been years, it's been so long, and you are not crazy for feeling the way that you feel, for questioning yourself, questioning yourself, and questioning your life. You're still here, and that is more than enough for now. Just take it one day at a time, and at the end of the day, the glory will be way more than the pain that you're facing. And until next time, please subscribe. My name is Precious Ochiagha. See you.